Akil, what is the most effective way to overcome fear and doubt? Belief. Belief is the easiest way to, the most effective way to overcome fear and doubt. You have to have a firm belief in your system, a firm belief in yourself. And even then, you're going to have lots of fear and doubt. But when you believe in your system, when you believe in yourself, and you force yourself to take action, that belief gets stronger and stronger, right? There's a cycle called belief, actions, results, right? Where if we were writing on here, right? So here's your beliefs. Here's your actions. Here's your results. You'll see this in other places where they add a fourth one to it. But belief, actions, results, right? So each one affects the other. Because the more you believe in yourself, the more likely you are to take the right actions, right? Would you guys agree? Right? You believe in yourself, you do the right thing. Now, the more you take the right actions, it's funny how this works, the more you start to see the results that you expect, right? And then what happens is when you start to see the results that you expect, your belief gets stronger and stronger, right? And I take it back, if you guys have ever played sports, sports is a big one where your coach tells you to do something. And I go through this every year, right? I'm a track coach. Every year I go through this where I have freshmen come in. And I run a very, very, very good program, a very professional program, even though I coach at the college level. And many high schools do not run very good programs. They don't really teach you the things that they need to teach you for various reasons. It's not necessarily the coaching is worse. They have a lot more people to handle. They have a different type of athlete. But when they come into my system, I tell them right away, this system is probably going to be different than anything you've ever done. You've done up to this point. And different is scary. Am I right? If you've been doing something for your entire life and someone comes up and says, hey, you've been doing it wrong, do it this way, it's scary. And I also tell them that, it's very parallel to trading. I also tell them that, hey, you're probably not going to see the result. You're probably going to get worse. You're not going to see any results of all the work you're putting in. For the first 6 months at the soonest, probably a year. So I'm coming in and telling you, like you're going to work your behind off. It's going to be different. You're not going to see any results for a year. So it's very hard for athletes to come in and feel like they're doing the right thing. But those who trust it, and luckily we have upperclassmen who have seen it. It always works, right? We run a very good system. We call it the speed factory, right? Just produce them, get them out there, right? Upperclassmen tell them. They're like, hey, just trust it, just trust it, you will get better. And what typically happens is sophomore year, at the end of freshman year, I should say, they start to see this big turnaround. We had a girl this year who, she didn't trust it for a while. And then she just like, boom, end of the season, started running ridiculous. And as soon as they start running ridiculous, they start to believe it more and more and more, right? Because they get the results. So you believe in what you're doing, you trust that process and what you're doing, and you just continue to take those right actions. And you continue to take those right actions. It doesn't happen right away, but then your results eventually start to catch up with the actions that you're taking. And then once your results catch up to it, then it's like, oh, wow, now I really believe in it. So I trusted myself like 70%, but not fully. But now, after I've seen the results and the payoff, and that takes a long time, now I trust myself 90%. Now I trust myself 100%. So it's difficult because it's very hard to believe without the results. And when you're first starting off as a trader, do you have the results? You don't. So you have to kind of put in a blind trust and kind of force yourself to do it. Force yourself into that new exercise routine, even if you're not dropping pounds right away. Force yourself. I'm gonna wake up every day for a month and do yoga. And you just force yourself, right? Day 1, you don't see any results. Day 2, you don't feel any more flexible. Day 3, you don't feel stronger at all. Day 4, you lost any weight. And you're like, oh man, this sucks. Why am I doing this? Just force yourself. Set a goal, Set a goal and force yourself to do it. Set a trading goal and say, I'm gonna do this for a month. And you'll eventually start to see the results. What I did in my trading career was I forced myself to stop making mistakes. I gave up concentrating on money, and I said, okay, I'm just gonna focus on making one less mistake each month. All right, I'm not gonna care about anything else. I'm just gonna do this stupid plan and follow it and try not to mess it up. And I just forced myself to do it. I kind of got tunnel vision. I'm like, okay, don't mess up. Don't do anything dumb. That was my whole goal every day. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything dumb. And eventually I started seeing it. I wasn't thinking about it on a day-to-day basis because I just forced myself into time. I measured myself off a month at a time. And I eventually started seeing the results of what I was doing. I was like, what the heck? What? The funniest story ever, I always tell you guys, is my broker sent me a statement, and I contacted my broker, and I'm like, I think you gave me the wrong statement, dude. You see that number at the bottom? It's not in red. Like mine, they're always in red. Flattered, but you sent me the wrong statement. And they're like, no, we didn't. It's yours. Check the account number. I'm like, profit? What? What is this profit? And then I was like, oh, wow, it works. My trading mentor, right? This is what he's been preaching all along, and it works. And as soon as I got the results, man, I was sold. 100% belief, I was sold. And then from there, it just started snowballing, right? I just took more of the right actions. And really, for me, more of the right actions meant less of the wrong actions. And it just snowballed. But at first, you just have to force yourself. You got to commit and pick a goal and say, I'm just gonna do the right thing for a month. And then just don't focus on anything else. I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to do for 1 month. And just force yourself to do it. Force yourself to, for you guys that are doing diets, force yourself to stay away from the dairy. Force yourself not to pick up the fast carbs. The results will come. Success isn't easy. Remember, if success was easy, everyone would be successful, right? You got to earn it, and to earn it, it means sacrifice. You got to sacrifice yourself. But yeah, you just gotta force yourself to do it. Hey gang, just want to briefly follow up on today's podcast about fear and doubt, and I hope you guys are motivated and a little bit fired up. I know I am. Now, once you get that belief cycle going, it's pretty neat because it starts snowballing and things start getting easier and easier, but at the very beginning, it is certainly very difficult, extremely difficult. It's a lot easier said than done as far as, getting that initial belief going. Think about it like pushing a car, where once the car gets rolling, it's not that hard to push, but generating that initial momentum is pretty tough. Now, something that I've experienced both as a trader and as a trading coach that may help is surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, positive like-minded individuals, right? I've spent a lot of times in trading forums, for example, who I guess you can say they are like-minded individuals because we're all traders, but they don't have an inviting approach. They kind of, it's more of a show off. It's a blank measuring competition. Hey, I'm better than you. This is why your ideas stink. This is why my idea is good. And as a newer trader, it really discouraged me to be in an environment like that. But if you can surround yourself in an environment where everyone is either on the same journey or at the same part of the journey, or who has taken the same journey, it's a lot easier. And I think we have that. I know we have that with our tier 1 trading community, right? We have a great group of traders. Nobody has a big ego in the sense of putting you down, making you feel bad just to make themselves feel better. everyone in there, and this is surprising because you never see this with groups. Typically, the bigger the group gets, the more toxic it becomes. But with this group, everyone genuinely wants to see you succeed and they are willing to help. It's kind of crazy in a way. Hope I don't jinx it. But if you're interested in joining a group like that with supportive traders that are either going through the same journey as you are, or maybe have gone through that journey already and are giving back and supporting newer traders that are doing the same or looking to do the same, check out the 14-day trial we have on our website. Just go to tier1trading.com, click that start 14-day trial right now, and spend 2 weeks with us. Sure, you can take advantage of the live rooms and the software and the trading videos and all that other stuff, but take advantage of the community and just sitting there. You don't have to participate, but just sitting there and watch, and I guarantee you're going to get a sense of what the reality of trading looks like and what the real successful trader's mindset is. And it's not what you're used to seeing in all these YouTube commercials and in many other places around the internet. So even if you have no intentions of signing up for a Premier membership, that is cool. Invest 14 days and then take advantage of those 14 days and use what you learned during that 2-week period to kind of jumpstart that cycle of success for you. All right. I'll see you on the platform.